Hello student again. So now I will explain to you about working with database in Lab 7, especially Access database. As you remember, we have very simple databases called courses.mdb, which is Access database, and it contains only one table. It's called courses, and it has two fields. One is called course ID, which is the primary key, and the course title. So only we need to save the course code and the course title in this Access database. So we need to understand how to link with the Access database, then after that how to manipulate with the database. For example, how to save data in the database, search from the database, read from the database, and of course delete, update, and the other functions that we need it to work with the database. And for sure all of us know, if I want to manipulate with the database, we need to use SQL language to manipulate with the database. Anyway, so we will design a new website and we will call it courses, and then we will add the database that we have it already, which is courses database, into the website. Then after that we will design this web form that it contains two text boxes, two buttons, a label, and as you can find here we have a grid view. So let us move to Visual Studio. I will go to the file menu and I will create a new website, empty website for sure, and I will call it courses website, or I can call it my courses if I want. Courses. Now courses is already there. Before that I need to because the courses database is already created, so I need to copy this database into the website. So I have it on my flash drive, as we can find here. Here I have courses database. I will press Ctrl+C to copy the database. Now I will open the folder of my website that I created just now, which is courses. I will right click on the folder name or the website name, then I select the command open folder in Windows Explorer. So this is the folder of my website that is called courses. Then I will paste the database there. So if I refresh, click on the refresh button on the Solution Explorer, then I can find the database is already added in my website. Now I will add the web form. Okay, so I will call it add. Maybe we can call it add course if we want. Anyway, I will call it add only. So this is Visual C# web form add.aspx. Now, as we said in the design, as we can find here in this slide, we need to use these controls to design the, of course, web form. Okay, so let me just check the, sorry. Okay. Now I will type here course code, then I will add the text box. I will change the width of the text box to be 200 pixel, and the text box to be txt course code. Then I press enter 2 times and I will type here course title. So I will add another text box. I will change its width to 200 pixel and the ID to txt course title. Okay, so let me arrange that. Okay. Now after that we will add 2 buttons, as we remember here. Sorry, here with the design, which is the add courses and read courses. So I will add a button. I will change the text to add courses, and for sure I'm going to change the ID to cmd add, and I will add another button. Sorry. I will change its text to read courses, and I will change its ID to CMD read. Now after the button we will add label. We will change some properties on the label. For example, the ID of the label will be label result, LBL result. The text of the label, we will remove it, and the color we will make it red, and the font will make it bold. So after the label we will add a grid view from the data category. So here we have the grid view, and we will change only the format of the grid view to professional. So maybe we can change the font of the div container by using a style property. Then I will select the font Arial, then will give me better result, as we can find here. Now this is the design about the waveform. So we need to add code inside the add courses button to allow to the user to add courses into the courses database. Now if we back to the slides, as we can find here, the first step to deal with the database or to work with the database is to connect to the database, link with the database. So here we can find this is one of the way that we can use to connect to database. So we will use the provider microsoft.jet.oledb. This is to work with the Access database, and the name of the database that we have just now added into the website is courses.mdb. The security information is true, and then everything will be, the connect to the database will be saved in this instance. Is called db connection. So always if I want to connect with the database, one of the way we can use is to use this code to connect to the database. So I will copy this code and I will paste it inside the add button, as you can find here. Of course we will get some error because these classes available in a namespace which is not imported here with our waveform. So I will click inside the OLDB and click on the icon to import the library system.data.oledb. Now here with this code, then connect to the database is already prepared. So the next step, as we can find here on the slide, is to add to XML. Now as I said in the beginning, to manipulate with the database we have to use SQL statements. Now if I want to insert data into the database, we have to use insert statement. So insert into which table? The table name is courses. What I'm going to insert? The course ID and the course title. From where I will get these values? From the text box that is called text course code, and the second text box is called text course title. So everything will be saved in this variable that is called insert SQL. This is the SQL statement. And then we need, of course, to define or declare the command object using the SQL statement, which is saved in the insert SQL and the database connection. So the next step, I will copy this code from add course slide, and I will paste it inside the add button after the database connection. Now till now is only preparation. We didn't execute the command. We linked here with the database. We prepared the SQL statement. So in the next slide we will find the try catch block that will be used to execute the SQL statement. So the connection with the database will be opened using open method. The command will be executed, and then the result, this message, successful message, will be displayed on the label. In case of any error, the error will be displayed on the label, and at the end, always finally, we have to close the database connection. So I will copy this code and I will paste it after the SQL statement here. So this is the code that we can use to connect and use insert statement to save data into the courses database. So let us save our work and check that if the database will be updated or not. So for example, the course code is comp 2105, which is operating system. Now if I click add courses, now I get this error. Is not actual error because the courses already exist, because here there is a duplicate values because the courses already exist in the database, and as we know the primary key values should not be duplicated. So I will add another course, for example comp 1208, which is fundamentals of programming. If I click add courses, now as you can find here the course is added successfully. Okay, that's it. So it's saved into the database. Now let us write code for the read courses to check the course after we save it, to check the course and display the result on the web application. Now regarding the read courses, for sure inside the read button the first thing that we have to do again is to connect to the database. So we will back to the same slide, connect to database, and copy this code and paste it inside the read button. Now this is how to connect to the database. So where is the code that we can use to search or read from the database? Now this is the select statement or SQL statement to select all from the courses table. And then we will use again a try catch statement to open the connection, execute the SQL statement, and the result of reading from the database will be saved in reader, and what will be saved in reader will be displayed on the grid view and data bind with the grid view, and then at the end we have to close the reader. Also, in case of any error, the result will be displayed on the label, and at the end the connection must be closed. Now I will copy this code and I will paste it after the database connection. This is to read from the database or from the courses table. As we can find here, select all from courses table from, of course, the courses database. Now if we save our work and run the web form, now if I want to read from the database, so look now when I click read, now all of these courses are saved already before in the database. Now if I add a new course, for example comp 1112, which is introduction to computing, add courses. Okay, so here always we have this problem with Visual Studio that the on click will be removed from the button. So here I have to write on a click is equal cmd add underscore click. Now I will save that, run it again. So let us check the read courses, is already there, it's working. Now I will add the course 1112 because it's not exist in the database. Now is introduction to computing. Add courses. Now I got this message. Look now when I click on the read courses, so we can find is already saved in the database. So this is how to always deal with the database. The first step, as we have seen on the slide, I have to connect to the database using this code with the builder, and then I can get the code for other functions. Now I'm going to add another web form for searching the database. This is only what I'm going to record for this video, and the other functions I think it will be clear for you to make it by yourself. Now I will add another web form, add a new item, web form. I will call it search. Now in the search, now I will search using the course ID, because the course ID is the course code is the primary key. So I will type here course code. then I will add text box. I will change its width to 200 pixel, and the ID will be txt search. Now beside this text box we will add button. We will change two properties, the text of the button to be search and the ID of the button to be cmd search. Now the result of the search will be shown on the label, because I will enter the course code and I will display only the course title, so I don't need to use a grid view. Now let us check the label. Result is okay, so it's called LBL result. So the ID of the label will be LBL result, and I will remove the text from the label or from the text property. Maybe we can change the color to any color, other color, for example blue. Okay, I will use this blue, it's nice color, and I will make it bold. Now again, if I want to search, if I double click on the search button, the first thing we have to do is to connect with the database. So for sure we have to copy again the code from connect to database, and I will paste it inside the search button. Now for sure we will get error because this is a new waveform, we didn't import the library. So I click on the OLDB connection, the icon will be there, and import the system.data.oledb. Now this is to connect to the database. To search the database, so we have the code is already there, searched in the database. So we will use the SQL statement, select the course ID, course title from courses table, where the course ID is equal what we are going to type in the text box 1, that we already call it text search, so we have to change it here in the code. Now the result will be displayed where on the label, so we will use the reader that will execute the select statement, and of course we are going to display the course title from the from the reader. If you want to display the course code, you change only that course code, because here you have course ID and course title. Now I want to display, because in the search I used the course code or course ID, but the result it will be the course title from the reader, as we can find here, and the result will be displayed on the label. Now I will copy this code and I will paste it after the connect to the database, but here we will get error because we don't have text box 1, we have txt search.text. Now let us save our work and check that. So for example, the course code is comp1112. If I click on the search button, will display the title is Introduction to Computing. If I type comp2220 and search, the answer is Web Information System. So the search function is working of course properly here with this application. You can update this courses web application by adding delete button. Inside the delete button, the first thing you have to paste the connect to database, and after that you have to paste the code of deleting from the database using delete from courses, where the course ID is equal what you are going to type in the text box. Now, and also you can update. So here inside the update, again you have to bring the code of connecting to the database, and this is the code to update. Again the search using the course ID, and will update the course title to the new course title that you will type here in the text box. So this is about how to work with the database. So we have designed only 2 waveforms to show you how to, of course, use the codes that we have it in the lab 7. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best. Have a nice day.